What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to Challenging Celtic with Hearts. Today we have Arsenal in the first game of the Europa League Group Stage. So it's not an easy game to come back to, but I felt like we had to show this game. The first game of our Europa League journey, and against Arsenal nonetheless. Oh, I think is it at home or away from home? It is at home. So our home game versus Arsenal, that's going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen because we're coming off of a pretty good victory. If you look at the schedule, we played St. Johnstone and Rangers in the last two matches. We beat St. Johnstone 3-0. Pretty comfortable victory. Team looked pretty good. Then we beat Rangers 1-0. And it wasn't like they had to sending off in the 82nd minute, but by then the game was pretty much over. And it wasn't like we squeaked it out. We were legitimately better than Rangers on the day. 12 shots to 5 on target. They had 7-2. We had the XG advantage. They had a little bit possession advantage, but like I've said many times before, I don't care about possession. So yeah, I just care about these numbers. Chances created. 12 shots, 5 on target, 1 goal. That's what matters. And we scored the goal. We beat Rangers, which is huge for our season because they were running away at the top. And that has brought us back into it. We are currently second place now, ahead of Celtic. 3 points ahead of Celtic, but they have a game in hand. So they could catch up to us, but still in a good spot. If they win their game in hand, they'll go up to third. Or they'll go up to second. We'll go down to third. I think Hibernian can jump us too if they win their game in hand. So, fourth place is the worst we could be right now, which is good considering where we started this season. The season did not start well. The draw and a loss in the first 3 games, that's a terrible start if you're trying to win the league. But we've pulled it back together. We've gone on a really good run. We did have another draw. Actually, 2 draws and a loss in our first 4 games. Yeah, that's a terrible way to start the season. Absolutely terrible. But we've got back to it in the last 3 matches. Beat St. Johnstone pretty comfortably. Beat Rangers. Beat Alexandria in the Europa League. And we are in the group stage of the Europa League. I'm very excited about that. And the team I'm going to put out there, unfortunately, Michael Smith is going to have to start it right back, which really sucks because he's really bad. Saying that, he did have a really good long throw assist, but that's basically his only involvement in any game is long throws. He's just so bad defensively. Musawaga got an injury in training, I believe. Yeah, in training. He's going to be out 4 to 8 days. So he's going to miss this first game of the Europa League. He should be back for the rest of the Europa League journey. Hopefully. Because I don't feel good trusting Michael Smith. He was the main player I wanted to replace in this offseason. But other than that, it's our starting lineup. Our defense played really well against Rangers. They all were over a 7.2. Including Odasoe, the ball-winning midfielder. So I was very happy with our defense. Cernic, I considered starting Toro because Cernic played really poor in the last game against Rangers. He played a 6.4. But John Torrell has a hatred of big matches. Just does not feel good in big matches. And he's fairly inconsistent. I wish I would have known that when I signed him because I probably wouldn't have signed him if I knew he was bad in big matches and inconsistent because Rangers and Celtic are always going to be a big match. And those are the games you have to win if you're going to top them in the table. So I'm going to go Cernic this game. He doesn't have anything about big matches. Bate's been fantastic, too. He's got a couple of assists, some real nice ones, too. Sousa's been fantastic. Inland Dula's been fantastic. The one player that's been a little bit disappointing is Marcos Leonardo. 6.76 in his last 5. The worst player in the starting 11. He started the season great, too. 5 goals pretty quickly. And he's just really fallen off this last couple months. Last month and a half, probably. He's really fallen off a cliff. Hopefully he can catch some form again. Hopefully he can catch some form today and, give us more than what we've been seeing from him because we know what we can get from Marcos Leonardo. He was the leading goal scorer in the Scottish Premiership last year, so we want that again. We definitely want that against teams like Arsenal, so let's see if we're going to get it. I'm going to say we've got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone else what we're capable of. I thought of saying no pressure, but since it's at home, I want to give a little bit of pressure. We should be getting a decent result at home. If we have any chance of beating them or hopefully drawing them, that's what I'm hoping for is a draw. I think beating Arsenal is a little bit of a tough ask, but a draw is possible at home. So we know how good we are. Let's show Arsenal how good we are. I have faith. Faith always does a fantastic job. Have Stephen Kingsley's recent injury problems contributed to his absence today? He's no longer first choice. It's as simple as that. Are you confident Dan Inlandulu will perform today? I'm very happy with him, and I have no worries at all. He's been really good. Scored a goal in the last 3 games. A couple good goals, too. One of them, a good assist from Bate. So those two are really kind of clicking, and that's really good for us. Arsenal are in good form. They have Danny Ings up top, Silva behind Ings, Ceballos on the left-hand side. That is a very interesting Arsenal squad. But they're still dangerous. Like I said, they showed their form. They've been in good form, and they've played better teams than we have. I can almost guarantee it. So, yeah, this isn't going to be easy. This is about going to be as hard of a game as... Well, the away leg is going to be the hardest game we have all season. Unless we continue on in the Europa League and get another big boy. But, yeah. So, the away leg is probably going to be the hardest game we play all season long. This is probably the second hardest. So, I just don't want to get embarrassed. Just show that you deserve to be on the same pitch as Arsenal. Which we should. If we have any chance of winning the Scottish Premiership, we have to be able to compete with teams like Arsenal. Maybe not beating them, but at least giving them a game. Inlandulu doing really good so far, winning all these headed attempts. We've got a pretty good aerial team, really, with Odasoe, with Inlandulu. Knight and Sutar are decent in the air. Inlandulu's throwing goal! And that's a goal from a slide tackle assist from Kieran Tierney, the Scottishman, helping Scotland. Saranic plays the ball back to Bate, who he had the pass before the assist. A nice ball through to Saranic. A sliding tackle from Tierney brings it right to Inlandulu, and he does not miss. Dan Inlandulu finds the back of the net, continuing his hot vein of form. And we are 1-0 up against Arsenal. 3 minutes in. That's maybe not a good thing, because there's a lot of game left. It'd be better if we got the goal and kept it 0-0 for like the 80th minute and then got a goal. Then I would feel pretty good. But they almost peg us back immediately with Saka. That is probably the danger man on their team right now. Bukayo Saka. Yeah, he's probably the best player. So we have to really worry about Bukayo Saka. Fortunately, we've got Alberto Moreno on that side. And he's pretty solid defensively. He's probably the defender I trust the most on this team. Saying that, he's going to screw up, but he is the defender I trust the most. As Inlandulu's through on goal for a second time. But this time, Leno makes the save. Inlandulu almost brings it to 2-0 after 8 minutes for Hearts. But a good save from Bernd Leno. And Sousa with the corner, looking for Inlandulu, who's been just on everything. Inlandulu has been the middle of everything we've done going forward. And I can't love it enough. I love Dan Inlandulu. He is a club legend, if you ask me. I know he's only been here like two years. He has another chance to get saved by Bernd Leno. Marcos Leonardo, Inlandulu. We have to be scoring chances like that. If we're going to beat Arsenal, we're not going to get a whole lot of chances looking like that. So we have to put those in the back of the net. We can't miss. We can't allow Bernd Leno to get in front of it. We have to place it where he can't get to it. Because they're not going to miss their chances. They're good enough players. They're not going to miss those easy chances. So we can't either. 4 shots, 4 on target, but only 1 goal. Okay, 2 goals. Josh Knight, the header from the corner. We are 2-0 up against Arsenal. Going into this match, I can't remember who their manager was, but he said that we're a small team and he has no worries. So it feels really good to peg them to a 2-0 lead to start this game, showing them that we are a team to be reckoned with. And you are Arsenal, so you're always at threat of losing to a team like Hearts because you're Arsenal. Karabag is actually beating Copenhagen too. Oh, Smith clears that off the line. I figured Copenhagen would be our best competition for second place, but Karabag taking the lead in their game. So right now, the top of the Europa League Group Stage is Hearts and Karabag over Copenhagen and Arsenal. That's an interesting group. I hope it ends that way. That'd be great. I'd love the group stage ended like that. I mean, I don't care who gets second, but I mean, Arsenal getting knocked out is always going to be great, so we don't have to worry about facing them later in the competition. But yeah, I'd love to top this group. That'd be amazing. That'd be like the best result of this series if we could top this group. That would be fantastic. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, though, because this is Arsenal. They're going to, nearly score from Ceballos. They have a chance of scoring on it every single time they go down the pitch, so we can't go easy on them. We can't get too big-headed for ourselves. This is what I want, though. A Michael Smith long throw. Deep into the box. Inlandulu! With his second of the game. Dan Inlandulu from a long throw from Michael Smith. He had to start because of the injury, but Michael Smith gets the start. Dan Inlandulu beats the goalkeeper to the ball. Leno just flaps it air. Inlandulu heads it over him. We are 3-0 up in the first half against Arsenal. This result is so Arsenal. So Arsenal. Like, at least Football Manager did a decent job replicating their real life team, because it's so Arsenal to be losing this game. I'm not an Arsenal fan or anything, but it just feels right. It just feels right that they should be losing this game. I know. But we have played magnificent football. Absolutely magnificent. Ndulu been at the middle of everything. The danger man. Hopefully we can eventually sign him on a okay, he's offside. I thought he just got his hat trick in the first half, but he is offside. What I was saying is I hope we can get him on a permanent deal. I don't know. Is he from Southampton or something like that? Yeah, I think Southampton. So hopefully we can get him on a permanent. I don't know when his contract runs out. Oh, that is close. That is far too close for me to be able to make that call. But we go into halftime 3-0. I'll take that. Could have been 4, but I'll take 3, and we have deserved it. They don't have 1 XG yet. We have 2. Maybe we don't deserve our 3rd goal, but we deserve to be in this game. We deserve to be winning this game. We deserve to be comfortably winning this game. Fantastic. Now what do I tell the team? I'm going to say don't get complacent. I want to praise them, but this is Arsenal. You can't get complacent. Can I not even say? Oh yeah, we might be winning, but that could all change if our performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. Serenic again hasn't played his best game. I hope for a little bit more from him. I hope for like Afonso Sousa kind of ability from him, but he hasn't really shown it so far to start this season. But I still have faith. He's a youngster, 19 years old. He's only going to get better. I have faith. He's got a decent amount of potential. He can grow and become a key player for us. I'm hoping so, at least, because we spent a fair chunk of change on him for us, like a little over $1 million. As that's a good... Oh my gosh, Saka just makes our defense look absolutely terrible. But a good save from Cone. He just dribbled right past Moreno and probably Sutar, I'm guessing the other one was. Just dribbled around him like they weren't even there. Moreno clears the corner, though, and we continue to live to fight another day. We've got the 3-0 lead. 50th minute. I just want to see the time just quickly tick off. As Knight gets caught on the ball by Ceballos, he is through on goal, but Cone makes another save. Philip Cone stepping up when we need him the most. We needed a new goalkeeper this season. We just weren't at the races in the goalkeeping department last season. Our goalkeeper was so bad. Can't even remember his name right now, but he was so bad last year. So having Cone in between the sticks, he's been good so far to start this season. I've been very happy with him. We also have, Alsop on the bench in case, Cone falls off a little bit as he makes another save. Oh no, it's a goal kick. So did that hit the bar then? That must have hit the post. So they're really coming back into this game in the second half. They're coming up with a vengeance. They've created a lot of chances, but we've seen some magnificent saves by Cone. I'm going to start wasting time a bit. I'm going to lower the tempo. I don't want to change too much because this is working. I think people a lot of times make the mistake of changing everything to go defensive when what you're doing is they haven't conceded a goal doing what you're doing. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to change, but I'm going to make a few changes just to kind of slow the game down a bit. Try to see if we can get through the clock better. I'm going to regroup. I think those are the only changes I'm going to make. I'm going to keep the high line. It's working, so I don't want to change it. Keep the high pressing. Don't give them a lot of time on the ball because they have the players to be able to take advantage of that. Marcos Leonardo is injured. A bruised ankle. And I might actually go defensive doing this. Might bring on another center back. Maybe move Odasoe to center back and bring in Delph. We don't need any more goals. I know I just said what we were doing is working, but Inlandulu's got some high work rate. I think he can control the job at the front. He's got the most stamina of anyone on this team, really, in terms of his condition for the rest of this game. So I'm going to bring in a center back, move Odasoe back there, actually move Knight into the middle, play him as a ball player. And I'm going to bring in Fabian Delph as that ball-winning midfielder. Move Ndulu to the middle. I'm going to play him as a pressing forward. Since I don't have 2 up there, I'm going to need him to do a little bit more work. So I'm going to have Inlandulu being the pressing forward. We'll make those changes. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the butt. If we need to bring on another striker, we can. We've got Musiala on the bench. But it doesn't look like we're going to have to. 82nd minute, and we're still 3-0 ahead. Going to waste even more time. Going to make some time-wasting subs. Saranich and Bate haven't been at their game today. I don't think there's any defensive options I could really make here. I'm just going to go... Toro sucks with big matches. But I kind of have to bring him on. I'm going to bring on John Toro. I'm going to wait a little bit, then I'm going to take off Bate. Get a little bit more energy in the midfield. But I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think any change we make is going to change anything. Unless they get a, lucky away goal, we are going to win 3-0 against Arsenal in our first game in the Europa League in this series. What a start to the Europa League this has been. More than I could have ever expected. More than I could have ever asked for. They might get a goal here at the very end. Saka takes a shot, but he goes just wide, and that should be it. That should be game over. Not tie over. Game over. The group is still not done. But this game is done. We have won. Slightly deserved it. They really came back in that second half with a vengeance. They looked like they got more stuck in. They went a little bit more aggressive. They had 3 yellows all in the 70-plus minute. So they really pushed for that, for those couple of goals, but they could not find them. Cone was too good. Who would you say is the man of the match? Cone or Nlundulu? Obviously, Nlundulu scored a brace. Looked fantastic. Got another goal that was offside. But Cone really kept us in that game. Some huge saves. They could have scored 3 goals. But Cone stepped up and made some huge saves. I'm giving it to Cone. It says our best performer is Dan Nlundulu. I'm giving it to Cone. That was a fantastic performance. That was really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance, but you played magnificently. Congratulations. Absolutely. You have to be happy with that win, right? I'm very happy. We did everything we set out to do and proved to be by far the better team. We are better than Arsenal. Suck it. Karabag won. What was the score to that? 1-0. Goal in the 5th minute. Is that Haji Wright? It is Haji Wright, the American. Nice. He's pretty good, too. He's really fast. Really physical. 6'4". On loan from Inter. Just add him to... I don't have another short list. Oh, he's already on my short list. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we go through top of the table currently. Marcos Leonardo, only 1 to 3 days. Nlundulu, on form, 2 goals, 23 passes completed. Superb. And now I've got quite a few games to play. I think until I'm going to come back again. I think I'm going to come back for this Kilmarnock match in the League Cup quarterfinal. I want to show the last game of the group stage against Copenhagen, so I'm not going to show this first one. I don't think I need to show a match against Karabag. They did just beat Copenhagen, but I think I'd rather show the League Cup quarterfinal. So I think we're going to come back for that next episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.